Well, welcome back to Mad English TV. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to teach you some simple phrases that you can use for video chats. Do you like video calling with people? You know, maybe you like to do this with your friends, but a lot of people they do it for their work. Okay, so today, this video is going to be this lesson is going to be useful for you if you like to, video chat with anybody, your friends, or, maybe you're a telemarketer. Maybe you do this for a living. A lot of people are, customer service. A lot of companies move their customer service departments, outside Canada. So, for example, I called about my internet. I just upgraded my internet. So hopefully this connection is okay. Um, my first few live videos, the quality wasn't great, so hopefully this quality is a little bit better. Um, so let me know if you can notice a difference or if it's still struggling. But I called my internet provider, and the woman was in the Philippines. Okay, sometimes they might be in India or other parts of the world. Okay, so it's that wasn't a video chat, that was just an audio call. But this is very useful stuff. You might have a job. These are very sorry, got something in my throat. Should have taken a sip of water before starting this video. So these are very common jobs, and they're great jobs. You can do them from home. I've met a bunch of people in both India and the Philippines who do this kind of job at home, right? Sometimes you can hear the chickens, in the background, or, they might even be in like living in a village, right? With like cows and chickens. So you can hear that, in the background. So it's a great job. And I just want to teach you guys some simple phrases. Okay, now these phrases are for everybody, even for advanced students. I don't know why, but even advanced English speakers that I've talked to might not know quite how to express these things properly. So this video will be for anyone who's interested in video calls, telemarketing, or any kind of customer service job. So hey, if you like getting tips like this, smash that. I was going to say subscribe, but then I did the thumbs up. So I guess you'll have to smash the thumbs up button as well. Okay, so let's start by talking about interruptions. All right, what is an interruption? Well, an interruption is something that happens that you get cut off. Are you still there? Uh, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, that's called an interruption. Right now, why do interruptions happen? You know, like I said, bad internet connection is probably the most common kind of interruption. So how do you talk about that? So guys, I'm just going to check in here to see if I'm still going, if I'm still live, because wouldn't that be embarrassing if I kept talking and you weren't even there? Maybe my internet got cut out, right? So someone says, so Brian says everything is perfect. All right. So Rick is saying, what's your internet speed now? I have internet with a company called TELUS, and it's called gig internet. It's supposed to be 1 gig upload, 1 gig download speeds. Now, I don't think it gets, I don't think it gets that high. It might get to like, I don't know, 800, 900. I don't think it quite gets to a gig, but it's supposed to get to a gig. So hopefully the streaming quality is much better than it was before. So people are saying hi from wow, Brazil, Italy, so many people, so many parts of the world. So thank you guys for joining me in this live training session where I train you guys on some phrases that you can use for video calls. So what do you usually say when something happens and there's an interruption? What do you usually say? A lot of people might say, "Sorry, we had an interruption," or "the connection is bad," or something like that. Well, I want to teach you some better ways to say that. Okay, you can say, "Sorry, I lost you for a second." Sorry, I lost you for a second. I didn't catch the last thing you said. Okay. Uh, are you still there? Oh, sorry, I lost you for a second. I didn't catch the last thing you said. Could you repeat it? Okay. Um, your voice sounded a little bit garbled. Okay, or you can say distorted or unclear. Do you know what this word means? Garbled. It's kind of an advanced word. It means just kind of when your voice is, you can't quite hear it properly. Sometimes it's because of the internet connection, right? The internet makes your voice go weird and it's like you can't quite hear the other person. So you could say that. Now, if it's this isn't a very professional word. This is more of like a casual word. So if you're calling your friends, you say, your voice sounds a bit garbled. What's going on? Okay. Now, if you're working, like I said, for some company and it's your job and you're supposed to be professional, then it would be better to say unclear. You could say, sorry, could you repeat that? Your voice was just a little bit unclear. Okay. Um, or you can say it's a bit choppy, right? Your voice, right? Imagine this is your voice, right? And your voice is kind of like choppy. It means it cuts in and out, right? You can't hear the voice clearly, right? It just, but, but, it's like a bit choppy. You can't quite, you just hear little pieces of words, right? So your voice could be choppy or the connection could be choppy. So I could say, I think the connection is a bit choppy. That means the internet kind of comes and goes, comes and goes. It's not consistent, right? So your voice might be choppy or the connection might be choppy. Okay, so you can say either of those. Um, could you repeat what you just said? You cut out for a bit. Could you repeat what you just said? It just your voice cut out for a bit there. You cut out for a bit. Okay, so to cut out means you didn't hear anything for a little bit, right? What did you say? You got cut out. So sorry, can you repeat that? All right. So how are we doing here, guys? I lost you for a moment there. I lost you for a moment there. Sorry, the internet cut out and I lost you for a moment there. Could you repeat what you just said? All right, so I'm just going to check in here with the comments. Again, thank you so much for everybody for joining me. So, Valerie says, hello, Mark. Can't describe how grateful I am for every single video you've made. It is super useful. Well, thank you so much, Valerie. I really appreciate your kind words. And yeah, I hope my videos can help people, and I'd really like to help people, especially make money. A lot of people, like I said, they work great jobs. Um, the internet has provided for people to be able to work from different parts of the world. And you can work for like Canadian or American companies. So, like I said, I have met people in both India. So every time I have a problem with Amazon, like I buy most of my stuff on Amazon, right? And I always go on Amazon customer chat and I tell them my problems and they help me with my problems. Every time I'm chatting with someone on app from Amazon, they're from India. They're in India. Okay. So, and then every time, like I said, I call for my internet or something like that, every time they're in the Philippines. So I don't know how companies go about choosing their their location, how to pick their customer service people. But I mean, great choices, Indians and Filipinos, great people. So, it makes sense. But the company is in Canada, right? The customers like myself are in Canada. And so the internet has provided for this crazy world where you're getting your help, your customer service from the other side of the world, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, let's keep learning some phrases here. So I lost you for a moment there. Right? This is a good thing to say if something happens, some interruption happens, and then you can say this. Sorry, I lost you for a moment there. Okay. Um, Let me try calling you back because your voice keeps cutting out. Right? Have you ever been in a situation where you're having a call with someone, whether it be on Skype or, you know, or WhatsApp video call or even just a normal phone call, and something's wrong with the connection, and maybe you want to try again, right? You can say, let me try calling you back because your voice keeps cutting out, right? It means it didn't just happen once, right? If it happens once, you can forget about it and move on. But if you're sure the call cannot keep going on like this, then you have to try something else, right? So then you could say, let me try calling you back because your voice keeps cutting out. And then you hang up, and then you try calling them back. And then hopefully the connection is better, right? So hopefully sometimes that fixes the problem, right? Just like restarting your computer. If you've got some computer issues or your phone, you know, very often you just need to restart the computer and then everything works okay, right? So that was with the audio. Now let's talk about video a little bit. Okay, with a video chat, very often the person's face is a little bit blurry, right? You can say, it's a bit blurry. Um, is your internet okay? I think we have some connection problems. It's a bit blurry. Right? Again, you can say it's a bit blurry, or you can say you are a bit blurry. You're a bit blurry. Right? Maybe there's a problem with the person's webcam or the camera on their phone, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe there's like like a smudge on their camera. And maybe that's why it's blurry. Hey, before you use your phone to call someone or before you use your phone to take pictures, do you clean off the lens? You know, every time I've got this habit, whenever I take a picture with my phone, I always like clean off my lenses right on the back of my phone or on the front of the phone just to, just to make it a little bit clearer, right? So blurry. So yeah, again, you can say we got cut off. Now, if it's maybe the call gets dropped completely. If the call gets cut off, then it's called the call getting dropped, and then you need to call them back, right? You can say, "Oh, sorry, we got cut off," or you can say that the call got dropped, or the call got cut off, right? That's what it means to get cut off. It means you can't talk to the person anymore. So that's usually an internet connection problem, right? So then you can say, sorry, my connection is really bad. Sorry, my connection here is really bad. Or it might not be your fault, it might be the other person's connection. So you can say, is it my connection or is it your connection? This is really bad. I don't know. Is it mine or is it your connection? And then you can tell me, yeah, I think it's my connection. Sorry, I'm just driving. I'm out driving. Don't call when you're driving. Just yesterday I saw someone. I was driving back from grocery shopping, and here in Canada, it's illegal to use your phone while you're driving. Right? You're not supposed to be holding your phone. But I was driving past someone, and they were video calling on their phone. They were driving and they were having a video call. And I was like, oh man, if a cop sees that, cop is gonna give that guy a ticket. And they're not cheap tickets. I think for to get a distracted driving ticket, I think it might be like over $1,000. It might be like $2,000 or something for using your phone, right? If you get caught texting or you get caught, video. This guy had his phone up like this and he was video calling someone up like this while he was driving. And I don't know, it's illegal here in Canada. So try not to do that. Stay safe when you're driving. But imagine you're out of the city. Sometimes the signal isn't very good if you're outside in some small town or something. You can say, "Hey, sorry, I'm just driving. Yeah, it's my fault. The connection here is out in the countryside is it's a bit weak. That the signal is weak, right?" So my connection seems to be fine. If you think your connection is okay, then you can say my connection seems to be fine, right? Seems to be. Now, this is a nice way to say it because if you say my connection is fine, that might sound a little bit arrogant. You know, my connection is fine. It's your fault, right? It's all your fault. My connection is fine. Your fault. But if you say, my connection seems to be fine, it's a more humble way to say that you think your connection is okay. There's no problem with your internet, right? It's nice to be humble. It's not good to be arrogant. It's all your fault. My internet is perfect. You better upgrade your internet, right? Seems to be. That means it just you think it is, right? So let me just check in here. People are saying, Angela's saying, yep, I always clean off the lens before calling someone. That's awesome. People are saying good afternoon and hello from different parts of the world. So thank you guys again. It's awesome. Awesome to see you guys and to have you in the chat. So okay, if you get cut off for, let's say, a minute or a few seconds or something, and maybe you have to call them back, you can say, anyway, where were we? Anyway, sorry, I lost you for a second there. Anyway, where were we? That means like in the conversation, what were we talking about? Where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about we were talking about your cousin. Oh yeah, how's your cousin doing? Oh yeah, she's getting married. That's awesome. Congratulations, right? So what were we talking about, right? Where where were we? What were we talking about? Like these, you can say both of these together. You can say, anyway, where were we? What were we talking about? Or you can just say this one. This one means this one. Sometimes in English, we say the same thing twice. Like sometimes tell people, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Actually, thank you so much and I really appreciate it are kind of the same meaning. But sometimes it's nice to say two things in a different way. So this is where it's saying the same thing twice, but just in a little different way. Anyway, where were we? What were we talking about? All right. So, what was the last thing you heard me say? So, sometimes let's imagine we're having a call and I'm just talking about stuff, right? This and that. I'm rambling, and then I suddenly realize, oh, I lost I lost the call. The call got dropped, and then I try calling you back. Mm, hey Vladimir, what was the last thing? What was the last thing you heard me say? I just saw a comment here. Vladimir, hello Mark. My daughter and I are watching your stream. Thanks a bunch for your helpful information. Thank you, Vladimir. So, yeah, imagine if I'm talking with Vladimir, right? And I don't realize the call got dropped. And then I suddenly realize, oh, I lost him. Call you back. Okay, hey Vladimir. Yeah, we got cut off there. What was the last thing you heard me say? Because I don't know when it got cut off, right? It might have been like a minute ago, or it might have been like, 10 seconds ago, or it might have been like 10 minutes. If I'm really not paying attention, it might have been like 10 minutes ago. That would be embarrassing if I didn't realize it for 10 minutes. Okay. Um, so these kinds of things are called technical issues, right? Anything that if you can't hear someone or you can't see someone, that's called a technical issue. So you can say, I can't see you, but you can say, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Hello. Let me see. What other names can I look for? Someone's saying BB. Someone's name is BB. That's awesome. Okay, so BB, right? Um, hey BB, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Is your mic plugged in? Right? It means, see, this is my microphone here, right? Is your mic plugged in? Maybe like you're, you know, using a computer or something like that. I can see you, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Is your mic plugged in? Right. So, these are technical issues. You can say, sorry for the technical. Sorry, I'm having some technical issues here. Sorry, I'm having some technical issues here with my microphone or with maybe your webcam. Some people have their webcam set up somewhere and it's not working, and sorry for the, sorry, I'm having some technical issues here. Bear with me for a sec. Okay, bear with me. I just need to fix my webcam or my microphone. Bear with me for a sec. Okay, that means be patient with me. Be patient with me. Sec means second, just a moment, right? Bear with me for a moment. Now, this isn't a very professional sounding word. If you are just calling your friends or your family, you can say sec, right? Yeah, sorry, I'll be back in a sec. Some, you know, I, you know, it cut out for a sec. Our connection got cut out for a sec. But if you're working a job, right, and this is like you're dealing with customers and stuff like that, it would be better to say for a moment. Bear with me for a moment. Uh, Sorry, I'm having some technical issues here. Just bear with me for a moment. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Can you hear me now? All right, I think I've fixed my microphone. Let's try this again. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Right? That's a good useful phrase. Now, what happens if you get interrupted? Let's say someone comes to your house and suddenly the doorbell rings. Ding dong. Oh, no. You know, uh Maru. Oh, that's another awesome name, Maru. Okay. So, hey Maru, uh could you hang on a sec? I'll be right back. Because someone came to the door. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's someone's delivering something, or I don't know. I just want to check to see who's at the door. Right. Hey, Maru, could you hang on for a sec? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Now again, with the word sec, it's an informal word, right? So you'd use this word with your friends or your family. If it's a professional job, I mean, if it's your job, you could say, "Could you hang on a moment? I'll be right back." Now, if you are a telemarketer and you need to put the person on hold while you maybe check their account or check some, you try to fix something or find some information, then you could say this, "Could you hang on a moment while I check this?" Or you could say, "Could you hold? Could you hold uh, for a moment? Would you mind holding for a moment? I'll be right back." Okay. So, sorry for the wait. After you come back or after the person's been waiting on hold for like 10 minutes. Do you like waiting on hold or you're just listening to the music? I don't like it. My patience runs out pretty quick, you know, but, I don't know. It just happens, right? So if you're a customer service person, it's always good to apologize for the wait, right? Hey, sorry for the wait. I'm really sorry for the wait. Thank you for your patience, right? Someone came to my door. Right, who else can which other name can I use here? All right, we got almost 80 people in the chat. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Um, so I got, so Mohammed's asking, can we say you're frozen? Yes. Uh, yes, Mohammed, you can say, yeah, so, um, if someone is, yeah, that's a very common problem too. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I didn't include that here. If someone is like, sometimes you're talking to someone and their webcam, they're just stuck. Their face is in the same position. They're frozen. All right. Then you can say, hey, Mohammed, I can hear you, but you're frozen. Your webcam is frozen. That's a good one to use. All right. Your webcam is frozen. So maybe try restarting your webcam. Right? Maybe if it's a physical webcam, you might have to unplug the webcam, plug it back in, or you might, if it's on your phone, you might just need to to tap the video button and then tap it again just to restart it. Maybe that would help. But that's a good question. All right, so yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for joining me. So you could say someone came to my door, the doorbell rang. Hey, sorry for the wait. You know, I someone just came to my door. I had to put my dog in the kennel. Let's say your dog is barking, right? Hey, Mohammed, can you just hold on for a second? My dog is barking and it's just annoying me. I'm just gonna go put my dog in the kennel and then I'll be right back. Sorry for the wait. Yeah, I just had to put my dog in the kennel. So you know what the word kennel means? The kennel is like the prison for dogs. It's like your little dog cage, right? If I don't know, I've never had a kennel. I have never owned a pet as an adult, so I don't have any experience with dogs or with pets. A kennel is like that little thing, right? It's like that jail. Maybe if the dog is being bad, you put the dog in the kennel until it starts behaving, right? So, would it be all right if I call you back in 5 minutes? Sorry, someone just came to the door and I need to talk with them for a few minutes. Hey, would it be all right if I call you back in 5 minutes? I just got to deal with this now. This is a very polite thing. It's polite to say, would it be all right if, you know, now you could also say, could I call you back in 5 minutes? Or you could just say, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. But, very often when you are dealing with like customers, and let's say you're a telemarketer or some kind of a customer service situation, it's nice to be really polite, right? So the most polite grammar you can use is, would it be all right? Hey, would it be all right if I call you back in 5 minutes? Sorry about that. I'll be back. I'll be back in a jiff. In a jiff. A jiff. Back in a jiff or jiffy. Those two words mean a really quick. Those are informal words, so don't use those words on, with your job. Let's say, like if you're working as a telemarketer, don't use those words. But if you're calling your friend, hey, I'll be back in a jiff. In a jiff. Is that spelled J-I-F? Yeah, I think a J-I-F. I think that's how it's spelled. I could be wrong. I've probably never spelled that word in my life. It's a spoken word. It's not really written. We don't really, sometimes words, they're not really written. They're just spoken. So I think I'll be back in a jiff or a jiffy. I think it's Jiffy. I'll be back in a jiffy. It just means a really short time. Okay. Um, no worries. Take your time. All right. So if I say, hey, sorry about that. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Then you can say, hey, no worries. Take your time. No worries. It's nice to be kind to people, right? Don't get super angry at people. So what if you need to reschedule? Maybe something comes up and you have to end the call, and then you have to do the call at some other point in time, some future point. Hey, would it be all right if we reschedule our call for another time? Let's see, whose name can I use this time? Okay, I see Matt in the comments. Oh, okay, Matt says, "Hey, Mark, France is in the house." All right, welcome, France, and welcome, Matt. So, wait, I'm just looking at Angela's comment. She say, "It'd be wrong if I say I'll catch you later." It'd be wrong if I say I catch you later. I say I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later. If it's the end of your call, if you're at the very end of your call, you can say I'll catch you later. It's just as an informal way to talk with your friends and family. Okay, but let's say I'm talking to Matt, you know, in France, and someone comes to my door, and it's gonna be a while, so I could say, hey Matt, I'm really sorry about this. Would it be all right if we reschedule our call for another time? Would it be all right if we reschedule our call for tomorrow instead? Does that work for you? Tomorrow this time? I just had something come up here, and I got to deal with that. Okay, so this would be a polite way to reschedule. Okay, or you could say this. We might have to reschedule this till my connection gets sorted out here. So let's say I have internet problems. Oh man, I'm having some internet problems. Hey Matt, would it be all right if we reschedule this? I could say we might have to reschedule this till my connection gets sorted out. Sorted out means like fixed, right? If the problem gets fixed, because I don't know what the connection problem is. maybe I have to call TELUS, or I have to call, whoever my internet provider is, and then get them to fix my internet, right? So yeah, we might have to reschedule this um, till the connection gets sorted out. Can you hear the loud plane flying over my house? Welcome to Mad English TV, my friends. So, sorry for the problem. I'll let you know as soon as I get it fixed. Yeah, sorry, Matt, for the problem. I'll let you know as soon as I get it fixed, and then we can resume our call, or then we can continue our chat at that time whenever I get it fixed. So sorry for the problem. I'll let you know as soon as I get it fixed. All right. Okay. So now let's just talk about the background. Like the word background can refer to sounds or to what you see. Okay. So right now my fridge turned on. My fridge is in the background. Can you hear my fridge noise? I hope you can't. I hope this microphone is good so you can't hear my fridge noise. But in the background, visually, you can see I have a Christmas tree. My Christmas, I guess it's April. Um, is it bad to have a Christmas tree up in April? I guess I should take it down. It's Christmas all year round, right? Maybe you can just leave it up for another few months. And, in the Philippines, they start celebrating Christmas, I think, in like September or October. So what do we have? April, May, June, July, August. So I only need to leave it up for 6 more months, and then I can start celebrating Filipino Christmas, right? So my Christmas tree is in the background. That's what you can see. So sometimes in the call, there might be something distracting, either audibly or visually. Okay, so there might be a fan going in the background. There might be some noise, right? And so you could say, I hear a noise in the background. Do you have a fan running? Hey, so whose name can I pick on now? Um, let's see. Come on, guys, leave some more comments. Got to get some more names in here. Um, let's see. Whose name haven't I used here? Just scrolling through my list. Uh, some names I can't pronounce, guys. And sometimes it's hard for, I don't know. Sometimes a name isn't like a typical English name, and it's hard to pronounce. Oh, here we go. Anna Albert. Hello from Italy. Hi, Anna. Thank you for joining me. So I'll use Anna's name. Okay. Hey, Anna. There's a loud noise in the background. Do you have a fan running? I can hear a noise in the background. Do you have a fan running, or do you have like some appliance? It could be like maybe your dishwasher or fridge, like I said, or some kind of a loud. Usually, it's a fan, right? So, do you have a fan running? Uh, yeah, I can't hear you very clearly. Or if it's something visual, um, you could say there's something distract the light. You could say the light is coming into the background and it's I can't see your face properly. Um, there's something annoying in the background, something in the background that's called the background. Okay. So you could say, could you turn up your volume a bit? Hey Anna, I can't hear you very well. Could you turn up your volume a bit? Could you turn up your volume a bit? Right, that's a very common thing. I can't hear you. Here, let me turn up my volume. Oops, I made a mistake. I wrote, here, let me turn up my volume a bit. All right, this, I made a mistake, guys. Give me a like for making a mistake. Sometimes I make mistakes. I'm just a human being. All right. So this word should not be there. Hey, I can't hear you, Anna. Um, or, you know, they might say, if Anna says, "Hey Mark, I can't hear you," I would say, "Oh, here, let me turn up my volume a bit. Let me turn up my volume a bit." Wouldn't that be funny if I added the extra word my? All right. I still can't hear you. Right? Sometimes this happens. Someone's trying to fix the problem. Can you hear me now? Anna says, "No, I still can't hear you." Here, try plugging in your headphones, right? You could say something like this: try plugging in your headphones, or try unplugging your headphones. Or maybe it's a problem with the headphones. Try unplugging your headphones, or try plugging in your headphones. Okay. um, could you move a bit closer to your camera? Could you move your camera a bit? So, I mean, there's different things, right? There's maybe your camera position, or maybe you're I don't know, in a weird position. So maybe you need to move, or maybe your camera needs to move. So you could say, hey, could you move your camera? Could you move your camera up a bit? I can't. I can only see your chin. Hey Anna, I can't. I can only see your chin. I can't even see your eyes. Can you move your camera up a bit? Could you move it up a bit, or could you move your camera down a bit? I can only see your forehead. I can't even see your mouth. Could you move it down a little bit, or could you move your camera to the right or to the left? Okay. Or you could say, could you move closer to your camera? Or could you move further back? Could you move a bit closer to your microphone? Or, could you move your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth? Right? Like, let's say I'm talking like this, right? And my voice is a little bit far away from the microphone. You can't really hear me. You could say, hey, Mark, could you move your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth? And now my mouth is touching my microphone. So that's really, really close. So, is that it, guys? I think that's it. All right. Yeah, that's it, guys. So those are just some phrases, just some very basic phrases that you can use for, having a video call or having some kind of a telemarketing call or customer service chat or something like that. So thank you so much for joining me in this video. I'll just take another quick look to see what the comments are saying here. What are people saying? Um, so yeah, that's awesome. Some of you guys have jobs like, you know, like like this, where this can come in handy. These phrases can come in handy at any kind of job, really. Um, so MA Skills says if the connection is through a phone and the picture is not the right angle, how can we describe it? For example, if the picture is tilted. Yeah, that's a good question. Then you could say, yeah, you could say, I don't even know what you could say. I guess you could say the picture is, hey, Mohammed, you look a bit tilted. Um, could you adjust could you rotate your camera a little bit clockwise? You could say that. Like imagine if I'm video calling and my face is like this, but my camera is like this, right? That means my face is kind of my head is tilted. So yeah, you're right, Mohammed. You could say, yeah, it's tilted. Could you could could you put your camera properly horizontal? Could you move your camera into a horizontal position so that you're not tilted like that, right? That's funny. Um, yeah, you could say, could you straighten your camera? That would probably be the easiest way to say it. Or you could say, hey Mark, could you straighten your camera? Don't don't hold your phone like this. Either hold it like this vertically or like this horizontally, right? So yeah, you could say, hey, could you straighten could you straighten your camera a bit? It looks a bit tilted. Yeah, I think that would be the easiest way to say it. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I really appreciate this, all your comments and everything like that. So I just want to ask you this question. If you could video chat with any person on earth, who would it be? You know, if you could have let's say an hour video chat with anybody in the world, who would it be? Would it be some famous, celebrity, movie star, music artist, politician, world leader? Let me know down in the comments who you would love to have a video chat with. So guys, I know I probably missed some comments here, guys. Talking and trying to read some comments. So sorry if I didn't, get to all your comments. Um, because it would be a boring video if I was just looking at my phone the whole time. So I'll read the comments after this, and then I'll try to take your questions and maybe make other videos, or maybe in another live video. So again, it was so great to hang out with you guys. Hope you're having a great Saturday wherever you are. Saturday evening in Europe, Saturday night, probably early morning if you're in kind of Asia, East Asia, India, that region. Have a great night. Hope you're sleeping well. That's why you're not joining me right now. And if you're here in Canada, I hope you have a great afternoon. It's 2:15 right now here in Calgary. I think I'm going to go for a walk or get some exercise on a nice weekend here, a nice Saturday afternoon. So hope you have a great Saturday, guys. Take care. As always, I love you so much. And good luck on your English. Hopefully, these phrases will help you a little bit in your customer service job or telemarketing or just your video chats with your friends. So, have a great day. Stay safe, stay happy. And as always, I'll see you guys over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.